So why is this happening? Well, we know why it's happening. Because many of these conservative media outlets have already bought in, either politically or because of where their money is coming from or for a number of other reasons, into the idea that Muslims are the people who do terror attacks. Those are the people that are dangerous. Those are the people we have to protect ourselves from. So even in cases where the reality has nothing to do with that, we're still going to talk about when Muslims do bad things. That's essentially what it is it not, Lewis?
Basically, yeah.
And it's amazing because if we look at quotes from the 32-year-old shooter, Breivik, for example, tell me one country where Muslims have lived peacefully with non-Muslims without the jihad. How many thousands of new Europeans must die before we realize that Islam and multiculturalism do not work? Wow. This is the opposite. This guy should be on Fox News as a contributor. But no, we're still getting that same narrative. Here's another quote. Today's Protestant church is a joke. He wanted the Protestant church to go back to more conservative times. So the real question that comes up for me here, Lewis, is number one, I've said it many times, how many people need to die from right-wing terror incidents before we can actually start talking about right-wing terror as a trend and stop parroting lone wolf, lone wolf, lone wolf? Tell me how many people, because maybe I can then ascertain some kind of estimate about how long it'll be until we take it seriously. Do 1,000 more people need to die from right-wing terror before we'll take it seriously, Lewis? I mean, how many? You tell me. How many more people need to die?
Until who takes it seriously?
Until it's taken until we can actually say on corporate mainstream media, where the majority of people get their news, that right-wing terror, both domestically and internationally, is a real problem.
Mm-hmm. There would need to be an army. There would need to be a right-wing terrorist army.
So even if 1,000 people die as a result of right-wing terror, we'll still hear lone wolf, crazy guy, one crazy guy, has nothing. Really, Muslims are still the problem.
Of course.
There's a growing movement in the U.S. and all over the world that is equating essentially godliness with hatred of the government and hatred of, I don't want to say the people, but essentially the conventional wisdom, which some assume to include allowing women the right to choose, to make decisions about their own bodies, allowing gay and lesbian couples to marry, having a social safety net. There's people that hate the government when those things are brought up. And we need to worry about a growing, for lack of a better term, Christian jihad. And the reason why it's particularly dangerous is because of this reticence to even admit that it exists. Okay? One underwear bomber, and we'll have hearings about the American Muslim problem. Right? We can have a lot of these right-wing terror incidents before anyone will consider it a problem, which is what makes it incredibly dangerous.
Well, religion is the problem.
Norway is just the first taste of what will happen here on a larger scale. I believe it's sad. I don't want it to happen, but my real concern is because we want to shield our eyes from the fact that a blonde Norwegian guy could also go nuts and kill people because of political, religious, or other beliefs. And we're not going to address it properly.
A blonde American guy did it in Oklahoma City.
That's right. And by the way, that's Fox News even stuffing in another falsehood into that. This is not the first incident of significant right-wing terror since Oklahoma City. We're talking about them constantly, ladies and gentlemen. We had, over 20 of these incidents in the last couple of years in the U.S. We pinpointed them on a map for you. I wish we had that graphic handy. Mm-hmm. So that's really the concern.